Hey guys, this is Grace and welcome to my channel. So October's monthly celebration will be a little different just because there's a few things, I have a few hurdles in front of me, but I wanted to get this done, of course, because this is a commitment that I've made with some YouTubers here on YouTube, and so I wanted to make sure that I participate in every single month's celebration YouTube blog hop. Okay, so let's get started. Of course, it's October, and I'm going to do some Halloween pictures. I am going to do Halloween pictures from last year, 2018. Now, here's my first hurdle, is that I had ordered my pictures, but I don't think it's going to get here on time for me to make the, get the pictures, make the layout before the 15th. So I'm kind of going to do something that I've never done before, which is to pre-make a layout and then just put the pictures on it. So I'm a little bit scared about doing it this way, but I still wanted to make my page. Another thing that I've considered is I have 3 kids, and what I've been doing in the past few Halloweens was that I just put all their pictures in one double page layout. Well, I'm just thinking that I think this time around I'm going to make 3 separate single layouts so that I can put them in their different albums, because each of my kid has their own album. So you're gonna see me make 3 layouts, and so here are the items that I pulled. Now, I did pre-print this journaling before I decided that I was gonna do 3 single layouts, 3 12 by 12 layouts. So I think I'm just gonna cut them up just so that I can put each journaling on their respective layouts. So that's my journaling. Again, I don't have photos yet. And then here are some items that I pulled out. I pulled everything that I have that's Halloween theme. I have some washi, I have some doodle pops, and then I have these 2. They are, I believe they're from Dear Lizzie, and I just thought that the You Are Lovely could be good for my daughter's layout, and then Stay a While could be for one of my sons. And then I have a few things here. Some of these papers are from old Flavors of the Month kit that I have kind of used up, so I'm gonna try to see if I can use that up. They got balloons. There's this sticker sheet that I'm gonna see if I can use these colors. This one's from my stash. As you can see, this one's thickers and it's Halloween theme. I did pull this out just to see if I wanted to use it up, because it's been a while since I've used my own stash, since I have been creating mostly with Flavors of the Month kit items. This one is a 6x6 page, or rather 6x6 paper pad, and I've used this in a few card videos, but I'm going to see if I can use this up. And this one, there's just flair from this month's Flavors of the Month kit. I have a few, sorry, that's my my dryer. I have a few scraps from different paper lines. This one as well, and then I have some 12 by 12. Again, I kind of pulled out a bunch of stuff because I know I was going to make 3 layouts, and they're going to go on 3 different albums. So if they're not all coordinated, that's totally fine with me. The thing that my biggest fear about this is I usually pull out the papers, the items based off of the colors of my photos, but because I don't have my photos in front of me, I'm just crossing my fingers that it will all work out once I put the photos in. I'm sure it will all work out. I think I'm overthinking it. So here are some papers. These are from my stash, so I don't know. I think this one's DCWB. I can't remember some of it. But I pulled out some oranges and, of course, blacks. I do have some of this one that could work. And then this one. And this one. And this one, and then this one. So I have a few 12 by 12 papers to work with, a bunch of scraps, and some embellishments. And so my plan is to do a video for one of the layouts, and if I have time before the 15th, I will show you the finished layout for all 3 of them, and hopefully they will have pictures in it. So stay tuned, and let's go make a layout. Alright, so now we're going to go onto the page, and I'm going to start off with my youngest son's layout. And I am picking that diagonal black and white paper, and then I'm going to use this purple star as the second layer for my background. And I usually gut my papers, but this time around I'm being lazy and I'm just not going to deal with that. So that's going to be a whole page and most of it will be covered, but that's totally fine with me. And then I have these scraps of paper from the latest Flavors of the Month kit. And oh, actually, I think 2 of them are, and then the black one is from my scrap stash. And then I'm just going to layer that on the bottom, on the back. And then I found these tags that I had cut using some older Halloween papers, and I'm going to add that as a banner. Now I did cut out some white cardstock, and that would be my photo placement, but I intentionally cut them about a 1/4 inch bigger than my 3x4 cards, so it was 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, just so that I can use it as a map as well. Now, the spooky one is from the thickers, the foam thickers that I have, and I just wanted to complete my title, and I'm going to have a title that says Not So Spooky. And I remember I had these like really fun stamps from, where did I get this? Oh, KI Memory. So that's a really old one, and I just like the font of it. It's very childlike, and so I'm going to use that. And I'm using, I think it's Spice Marmalade as for my ink, and then I'm just stamping the word Not and So. Now, I debated if I wanted to cut the letters one by one, but then I thought that the letters were a little bit too skinny, and it would just be a lot more work. So I just decided to cut them as whole words instead of per letter, if that makes any sense. And so the N and the O, I was not so happy with the results of my stamping, and so I'm just gonna re-stamp that whole word. But I think I'm gonna end up actually picking the first one that I'm not sure. It's been a few days since I have done the layout, and so I can't quite remember. I think I went with the first stamping that I did. But anyway, so here I'm just cutting out the word again, and just kind of cutting around a few of them, just so you don't have to see a lot of the white stuff. I guess I could have cut the inside of the O as well. I've debated if I should do that, but again, just a lot more time than I had wanted to invest in doing just the letter part. And then now I've punched out some holes for the banners, and I'm getting them ready. I am so sorry that my table is a mess. That is my life right now. My life is a big mess, and my table shows it. And so I am going through my twines, and I'm seeing which one do I want to use to thread my banner. And I'm going to go with this orange one, and I'm just going to thread all that twine, and then of course thread that on the bottom. Now I haven't adhered anything, and that's kind of how I go with making a layout, is I kind of see first how I like it before I commit to adhering everything. And so they're all movable right now, and sometimes that's a pain because they do move, but at the same time I just kind of wanted to see a rough draft of how everything's gonna look, and so I'd rather adhere at the very end than adhere and then make a mess or decide that I won't like the way it is. And then now here because it's a Halloween layout, I kind of wanted it to have a distress look. So I'm distressing the purple star paper with the edges of my scissors, but I'm also inking the edges of my pattern paper with some gray ink. I'm trying to remember what I used, some shadowy ink, I can't remember. Anyways, so I'm just inking up the edges. Again, these pattern papers that I'm using in the background are all scraps, and so I did not specifically cut them in the sizes for this layout. That's how they came, and I like how sometimes when you work with scraps, the pieces that you have lends itself with whatever design that you can use with it. And then I'm also inking up the white blocks or mats for my photos, and I like how that will add a little bit of the Halloween effect for this page. And now I'm adhering everything, And this layout is going to go pretty fast. And then I will show you at the end what the other 2 pages will look like. And so for the not so, because my spooky one is foam and it's raised, I decided that I wanted to raise the not so as well. But because they are very tiny and I don't have any more those little scrapbook adhesive square foams, I'm kind of making do with what I have. And so I'm using some mini glue dots, and then I'm adhering some of that onto the back of the stamped pieces or stamped letters, and then I'm cutting little pieces of fun foam that I have some adhesive on, and that's going to be my 3D adhesive for this letters. So like I said, this is a part of a blog hop, and so I hope that you check out the other ladies that are participating. They're very talented. There's 5 of us that have been doing this for the whole year, and so I hope that you play along or hop along and leave comments. Each of their videos will be linked in the description box below. If you have any questions about this specific layout or anything that you've seen me use in this video, make sure that you leave that in the comment section below, and I will try to answer as fast as I can. I know that I am in need of looking through my comments for the last few months. I'll try to make a time for that. Other than that, make sure that you stick around and watch the finished layout with photos and also some still shots. And I will catch you guys another day. Bye. Okay, so I'm popping in here to show you the finished pages that I created, and also to show you that, yay, I got pictures, and so I'm just happy that it arrived here on time before I needed to submit this. However, there's always an issue. I guess I had forgotten to print out 2 more pictures, and so the pictures for my oldest son's is not here. I don't know what happened to that, but it never got printed, so I'll have to put his pictures another time. So let's just get on this. This was the layout that I showed you the process video for, and this is the end result. I really love how the white cardstocks not only was my kind of placement for my photos, but it acted as a mat. So I really like that part. And if I were to do this again, of course, I would add a lot more red to my layout, but I like that despite not having my photos in front of me when I was working with it, despite that, it worked out well. What do you think? Did it work out? Did it not work out? So let me know in the comment section below. This is the layout that I created for my daughter. This one was not filmed, and as you can see, it's pretty similar to the first one. The only thing is that the papers here were going vertical versus here it's going horizontal, but I did still keep the photos in the center, and I did add a few things on the edges. I did use those foam thickers too, and I used that die cut to words for my title. So that is hers. Now with this one, I wished I would have added more yellow, but when I was looking at my pages, I realized that I didn't have any dates on them, and I like to date my layouts just because I don't make them chronologically. So because this is Halloween, I don't have to put October 31st in there, but I did put the year, and so that's how I added a yellow into my layout, was to add it in the sticker. So this has a sticker 2018. This also has a sticker that's 2018, and I planned it to have a little bit more reddish tones so that it will complement the photos. And this is the photo, or the layout rather, for my oldest son, which I will put his photos in later after I print it off. And I did put 2018 as well on there. As you can see, they are fairly the same design, just kind of different papers that I used, and kind of you know, moving things around, but there's still two papers as the background. There's the block design, and then the photos are in the center with pattern papers on the back to layer them. So that's my 3 layouts today. I hope that you guys like this video. I think it's going to be a really long one. I haven't edited it, but I think it's going to be long, and so I hope that's okay. And make sure that you check out the links to the other ladies' layouts down in the description box, and leave a comment on theirs, and I will see you guys next month. Bye.